2006, 2007, I had been at the highest of my career at the time, making multiple six figures, had a sales team, was an Ironman triathlete, was traveling the world, doing all the things, had a gorgeous office, a staff, a full-time personal assistant, and then the bottom fell out from underneath me and just got the rug pulled out. And I ended up being, really high here. And like a year later, I was essentially homeless, had my car repossessed. And in that moment, I was shelter in place. I had a bicycle, but I didn't want to go meet people unless we were doing a workout together in order to do business. So I had to force myself, and this was before Facebook, just before Facebook. Facebook was just created in 2007, and ultimately I had to learn how to sell virtually, how to navigate online relationships, Yahoo groups, and actually was able to rise from the ashes and was built and prepared for this moment. So for the last 13 years, I've been selling from home. My husband and I now live laptop lifestyles and are just loving being able to help support and empower and educate people to grow through this experience called, pandemic, whatever you want to call it, recession, instead of just go through it. We want you to thrive and not just survive. So that's a little bit of my story. And ultimately, how did I do it? I had a lot of mentors, had a lot of support. I even went through severe depression, anxiety, and I had to really completely, totally reinvent myself. And you'll see a picture on the far right there. That's my family farm. We don't own it anymore because my dad has passed 2 years ago, but I learned the value of hard work, and I learned the value of collaboration. We relied a lot on our neighbors around us in the farm, and a lot, it takes a village to raise a child. I was raised by a single dad, so I really leaned on building relationships and solid relationships with mutual trust and respect, which is how Deepak and I came to be together. And through all that, you see my beautiful family right there. We've been able to just have our dreams fulfilled over and over and over again. And I'm going to coach you later on a little bit of how you can do that.
Thank you so much, Lewis. And she did go through a huge, summary around it. So we have, very simple, we have 3 goals and outcomes for today. Each of you are going to do a 45-second intro of yourself. I'm going to tell you what the intro is. We're going to follow it up with an amazing experience of coaching. We hope it's amazing. And also an invite to join our priceless virtual global coaching program. So that's the 3 outcomes today. And as I said, we'll be ending in the next 40-45 minutes or so. You'll be, bang on target. So in fact, I'm keeping all of you unmuted because you're going to talk, after which I'm going to mute each of you. So what's the 45-second intro? You see the genie, and if you heard of Aladdin, the genie. So let's look at what an intro can be. And you need to give a name, profession, of course, your passion, and your wish for your business. Earlier I had put this word 2020, but people, objected to it. So I've changed it to 2021 because they don't want to hear about 2020. Okay, so your one wish for your business in 2021, okay, which is the next year. And it's 45 seconds, name, profession, passion, your one wish for your business in 2021. And that's simple. Anybody can start, whoever wants to start. And we're all ears.
Yeah. I think it would be kind of fun, really quickly, if we could recognize the members. Let's do the members first. So Todd and Bhakti, and then go to the visitors.
So we have 3 members here on the call. So Todd, Bhakti, or Sailesh, you want to go first and lead the group?
Well, sure. So my name is Todd Rebello Halloran. I am a financial advisor with Thrive and Finance, based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's see, my passion is helping people. I do a lot of education, and that lends itself to my business as well, but that's really my favorite thing about talking to my clients. My one wish for my business in 2021 is to double my revenue.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sailesh or Bhakti?
Yes, sir. I'm going Sailesh, sir. Uh, I'm Sailesh from India, a beautiful city of Hyderabad. My basic wish for 2021 is my content need to be there in the global platform, and I need to achieve the six-figure mark. That's my wish for 2021.
Which currency is that? Six figure, if I may ask.
That's it.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. I think his voice is inaudible. As long as it's not Japanese, it's fine because six figure in Japanese doesn't make sense. Yes, Bhakti, we are all yours.
My name's Bhakti Shaya with the Bright Path, Path of Joy. And the Bright Path offers a series of profoundly effective yet simple techniques based on praise, gratitude, love, and compassion. Purely mechanical practice has no belief, therefore it does not interfere with anyone's spirituality or religion. And my goal is pretty simple. It's just to be available to people, to help them in any way I can, and so that the spiritual journey of life becomes more of a mystical experience for them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bhakti. And now the show is all yours. So 3 of the premium members have joined today. So we thought we'll begin with them. Anybody else wants to go next? Neha or Shakti or Julian? Unmute and talk.
Yeah, I can go if everyone allows, the room allows.
Sure.
So I am Neha. I run a public relations brand communications company based in Delhi, India. My goal for 2021 is, in fact, my goal for 2020 is to just get little more scalable with my revenue stream on my business, and then leave this world, go in an ashram, live a very spiritual life. Already talking to a lot of places and people where I can just announce and live a good life, but I don't want to take any money from the ashram, so I definitely need a sustainable income source. I'm already on a threshold of that. And the moment I do that, I think I would want to serve the larger humanity with whatever principles and applications which I've learned in my life to serve the larger audience. And it can be globally anywhere beyond India as well. So that's my goal, and I think I already started walking the path on that.
Wow, Neha, amazing.
And please share your information in the chat after you speak so we don't get confused, so we know who you are. Thanks, Neha.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Louis.
Anybody else quickly? Vanita or, yeah, Julian.
Julian,
Julian, we're ready. Your voice is muted.
And Kathy, your name says Mary Vega.
Oh yeah, I need to switch Zooms. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Julian, while you're
Okay, there we go. Okay, good morning.
Yeah, perfect. Good morning.
My name is Julianne Jones. I'm from San Diego, California. I'm a hairdresser and I rock the world with education, global experience, public speaking, MC, but I've trained over 55 assistants. I do training. My passion is fashion. I love what I do and I love experiencing doing shows and educating, but right now, of course, we're not doing that. So Lois is teaching me how to do this, and today I'm on a phone, so I apologize, but I'm learning a new computer and I'm learning how to do all of this in 1 minute. So I am in love with my career. I'm doing phenomenal being a hairdresser on the sly, making crazy amounts of money because I love what I do. Julianne Jones.
Thank you, Julian. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe, go ahead and just call people out because otherwise it'll take more time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Shakti or Vanita, one of you. You're muted. Whoever can unmute first. Yeah, Vanita.
Okay.
Yes,
Can I?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Vanita, and I am from Nairobi, Kenya. The time right now is 6:15 p.m. for everybody's information. And I'm having a nice cup of tea, masala tea. Anyway, I am in the IT business, and I've been running the IT business for the past 28 years. And I have a shop in a prestigious mall in Nairobi. And we deal with all kinds of IT products, ranging from laptops to mobiles to support to servicing, repairs, everything, the IT. So my passion is keeping up with the IT technology, and two, doing a lot of charity work. I'm in a lot of charity organizations as well. I head them. And I would say my goal for 2021, I would be looking for an investor outside Kenya who would want to come and invest with me in my business. Because I think running it for 28 years is a long, long time. And eventually I would hand over my business to the potential investor. But only after seeing some figures which would appeal to me.
Thank you so much, Vanita. We wish you all the best. We'll move on to Shakti or Ted, whoever can unmute first. Yes, Shakti.
Hi, good evening, all.
Absolutely.
This is Shakti from Cochin, God's own country, Kerala.
Yes.
A small city in Kerala. I do business, but my passion is acting and yoga meditation. So see you all. Happy to see you.
Thank you so much. An upcoming actor. I've seen some of his commercials. It's amazing.
Thank you so
Ted
much.
or Tanka or Uma, whoever can unmute first. Yes, Ted.
Yes, I wish I could get that video on so that you see me.
And just so you guys know, I am timing you, so I have let a couple of you go a little bit over. I apologize, but for sake of time, I'll be showing you when you're close to 45 seconds.
Ted, yes.
Okay, my name is Ted. I'm based off Nairobi here in Kenya. I'm a management consultant, but also I'm an investor in a tour and travel company. My target is to change the model how we do the tours now. As you know, we have been affected heavily by the COVID. So we are looking at growing the company into a global firm come 2020, 21 and 2022. So now we're just setting the base to have a foundation that can grow into a global firm. So that is what we'll be looking at. Of course, we are interested also in an investor, if that is possible. But we should, of course, have the interest should be a match for what we want. We want to be.
Thank you so much, Ted. Tanka or Uma.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hey, hi everyone.
Hi.
Myself Tonka Bhatrai from Nepal, and is my lovely daughter here is with me, and I am a HR professional. And Deepak sir know me very well. So especially my major goal is to be a SCD professional, to be a smart SCD professional, and I have just involving various volunteer platform to develop the human capital in Nepal, in the Nepalese context, not only. And I am just planning to move ahead for the entrepreneur, especially focusing on the developing the human capital.
Ooh, wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tanka.
Thank you, Deepak sir. Thank you, all of you. Nice meeting to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Uma or Vijay, whoever can unmute first.
And please share your contact info. Not many people have shared in the chat, so don't forget to take advantage of that.
Go for it.
Yeah, hi, this is Vijay here.
Hi.
So there's a power outage, so it's a little dark, but so I'm Vijay SR. So I've got, I've been doing management consulting, especially in the BFSI space. And my plan is to start by the end of this year or the beginning of the year to incubate my own business. I've been working in a corporate all this time, so I want to incubate my business in 2021. And my passion, I have two passions. One is consulting, problem solving, and then the other passion is training, coaching, yoga, meditation, that kind of thing, the soft skills aspects of training people and upskilling them, especially on a esoteric topic like advising, right? So that's what. And maybe
Awesome. Thank
in
you, Vijay.
2021.
Thank you.
2021, yeah. Let him finish. Yeah, fine. Yes, Vijay. Just you can tell it out.
Yeah. And then in 2021, I'm thinking of just at least starting to get a trickle of the revenue and then grow the business in
Thank you
2021.
so much, Vijay. We move on to Kathy or Uma. You can go for yes, Kathy.
Hi, I'm Kathy Barrow from Mexico. I'm a violinist. During COVID, Lois has helped me become a virtual assistant. And so my dreams for 2021 are, when this is all over, to be making enough money to found at least my own chamber music society, if not a small orchestra.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Uma or Shiva or Shabir. We can't hear you, Uma.
Please, is it audible, sir?
Yeah, go for it, Shiva.
Yeah, please. Actually, I have come very late, I think, today.
No,
So it's all about introduction is going on.
Yeah.
I'm Shivaji Shankar, the founder of RIS Away. So basically, I'm a life skills trainer. So our intention, our goal is to something we have to left in this world, which remain for long. And we have to build the courage and confidence in every young brothers and sisters of our nation. So we have to make them to stand on their own feet. So the most valued education we want to give for them. So this is what our dream, to create the public speakers, especially.
Awesome.
So it's all about our work, and really happy to connect you, all of you here. I think this week already different people we got.
Yes.
I think Vijay sir is here, Sailesh is here. I'm very happy to see both of them again.
Thank you. Shiva is also part of our premier group in Versus Global Coaching. We try again, Uma, and
yes, I'm here.
yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Okay, good evening all. I'm a new entrant into the group, and I thank Deepak for including me in the group. I'm from Chennai, the southern part of India. Currently, I'm a motivational speaker, a corporate trainer, and a practicing counselor as well. Basically, I'm from the BFSI sector. I have served as a vice president, and so after 25 years of service, I quit my career to pursue my passions. And what is my passion? It's about connecting with people, and in whatever ways I can add value to people with the little knowledge I have acquired and I have been acquiring as a constant process, and with my little experience, I'm able to add value to people. So I do training programs and counseling sessions for various age groups and various sectors. That's about me to begin with. Thank you, Deepak, for including me.
Thank you, Uma. Shabir, is he another person or he's part of you, Shiva? Yes, Shabir. Yes.
Yes. Hope you can see me now. This is Shabir Ahmed, and I'm also part of Arise Awake, and I'm also in the part of it Shivaji Shankar. I'm also one of the life skills trainer, and I'm really happy and very delighted to see all you people here. It's a great thing to be with like-minded people and great entrepreneurs. I can see from the whatever the words they were speaking. So for now, I got these are already great entrepreneurs. We have great young, energetic minds. So I'm very delighted to be with you all here. So this is
Thank you so much. I think with that we have finished the entire group. Am I correct, Louis? Yeah.
Right, and I can share my passion and stuff later when I speak. So if you want to dive right in,
we just go straight in. So in the next few minutes, we're actually going to do to point 2, which is give you a short experience of coaching followed by an invitation to join the coaching program. So we're going to go into secrets of success, and in the next few minutes, between me and Louis, we'll cover it up on what exactly are the kind of secrets needed in order to be successful. So I normally begin with this and I normally pause, but this time I may not have time to pause. So, list down some activities in the first hour after you wake up. And of course, I'm sure you'll go back home and think of various activities that you do in the first hour. But I'm now going to go back to a story. Imagine there are 2 lawyers, the yes lawyer and the no lawyer. The yes lawyer and the no lawyer, both are in your head, and they're fighting, yes lawyer and no lawyer. So who would win? And of course, normally a lot of times we want the yes lawyer to win because, all of us are very positive and, very great to look at. We want to ensure that we are very positive thinking, and the lawyer, which is with the right mindset, wins. But when these lawyers are in your head, you may or may not have the wherewithal or the connection or the control to decide which lawyer will win. The real answer of who will win is the one you feed. The lawyer you feed in your head is a lawyer who will win. It could be the yes or it could be the no. And this is very interesting. And at this point, people normally clap hands and say, "Okay, great. The one you feed, it looks very nice and it seems very nice." But the real question is, how do you ensure that it's a yes lawyer which always wins in your head? So I'm just going to give you a small trick which I adopt for quite a while now. I'm sure some of you will adopting in different styles, but it's good to have a recap of it, which is why I asked this question right at the start. What do you do in the first hour of the morning? And it's important to understand that when you get in the morning, your mind is very fresh, very nascent, and very impressionable. It can be very impressionable, and whatever you think, you can be influenced either way of it. So many times people do, yes, read the newspaper or watch the TV or talk to various people, which is outgoing activities. But ideally, the first hour, the lawyer A will win. Remember, we're still talking about the lawyer A, who is the person who's a yes lawyer in your head. He'll win only if the energies go inward. Only the energies go inward, and you actually avoid too much of outside contact, which means you're still driving the energies inward, and preferably, there's some silence around you. So that's the first, thought, around the yes lawyer and the no lawyer. This is another quick thing. I'm going to just shift from a few modules here and there. Again, a very popular image, things that matter, things you can control. And the small part is what you should really focus on, which is a combination of things that matter and things you can control, a combination of both of it. But it gets more interesting. I actually adapted this to a little small change which I made here. I moved the things that matter to problems that matter to you. So what are the key problems that really matter to you? And what are the problems that you can control? And it follows exactly the same methodology. You just need to focus on those problems that matter and that you can control. And you can actually introspect on this, because many times, even when knowing this or without knowing this, we tend to focus on things or problems that either don't matter to us or which we cannot control. For the example, in the environment we cannot control, or various things that happen around us we cannot control. Are we focusing on those which is a combination of both, or we focus on things which don't matter to us? We actually start looking at other people's business, minding other people's business. So we either focus on that, or we focus on problems which we cannot control. And just like the previous image, if you really focus just on that small arc in between, which is extremely small and extremely easy to look at, you free up a lot of time on your hands. And we can take many examples. I'm just taking a couple of examples, around it. So rising inflation, is not a problem. Of course, the current pandemic also is not a problem. It's really not a problem. It is your inability to handle it, which is a real problem. So you need to redefine the problems in our lives, and we need to let go of the external and move to the internal. How can we handle whatever we can in the right manner? And of course, it's a very popular circle. The circle again comes from this, you have the circle of concern, external, the circle of influence, which you can slightly influence, and the circle of control is something which is there within you, the self, which you can control. And the trick here is exactly the same. You need to reduce your time on all the concerns around you and try to focus on that which you can control. And we could actually, look at what are the activities we need to start doing, stop doing, continue doing, and change some of the activities that you're doing. So start, stop, continue, change. SSCC. we need to look at all the parameters. Normally, start, stop, continue is quite famous. The change is something I've added to put a little more impact into it. So, what are the real activities you need to really change doing? We're going through a major crisis, and of course, 8 months down, 4 months down for 2020. We're not talking about it anymore. But is it a crisis? And what exactly is a crisis? Is there an opportunity in the crisis? It all depends on us. And just like the example I gave earlier, it all depends on us. And if you look at the Chinese symbols for crisis, which is YG, there seems to be a very strange combination, although linguistically there's no combination between the words danger and opportunity. If you actually use the first two letters of first three, the first syllable of both danger and opportunity, crisis seems to be a combination of danger as well as, more important, it's an opportunity for us to grow. So, are we seeing an opportunity in a crisis? Are we seeing opportunities in our problems? That's just one thought out for each of us. As we go through problems in our life, there's a silver lining always, but the trick is to find it, and probably the ancients knew it. And the only way we can really do it is to rotate around a pivot. We really need to rotate around a pivot. And all of us, me and Lewis, we've been doing this. We should not be online, for many years. It's only in the last couple of years, and of course now in the pandemic we have moved it. Otherwise, I used to travel quite a bit around the country and the globe, running training programs in person. But then I realized it doesn't work. So we need to rotate around a pivot. We need to realize that we can't change the environment. So let's do the next best thing, which is to change and try to pivot ourselves, just like a pivot, turn around and do something unique and different, which can create some sort of change within us. So there's a need to identify your superpowers. If you ask the right questions to yourself, some of your trainers, I'm sure you know how to do it. You can actually find out what exactly is your DNA. And when I say DNA, it's your direct and natural ability. There's a direct and natural ability that's there in each of us, which is unique, different, and distinct to each one of us. So what exactly is a DNA? It can be done through a very simple method of trying to identify what your superpower is and what can be your abilities and skills around it. So there's a need for a changing mindset. And normally the question would be, what can I get? How can we close? It should actually be changed now to what can I give? And really, how can I help you? How can I really help you do it? And this is the mindset that is probably emerging in 2021, which is why I asked the question, what exactly are your dreams in 2021? And I would have probably followed it up with, what really can you give? What really can you give, and how can you help people around you? And this is what is going to be the hallmark of change, as we move ahead. People will appreciate, and you can earn your own personal brand much, much better when you focus on things that you can give and not get. Help and not close. So this is the changing mindset that is there. One of my flagship modules, which I run in VGC, is Ikigai. It's a combination of 4 circles. Things that you love to do, things that you're good at, what really the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And we normally start at the top. Normally the society starts below. So ideally, Ikigai, the model is you need to start at the top and then go somewhere, all the way down. So of course, this is a huge, exercise in itself. And, I normally take 2 or 3 hours just for this. But really the question is, do you really need support and assistance to get your central point, your Ikigai? Ikigai is a reason for being, the reason to jump out of bed every morning. And, what are the kind of help or, that you would really need around it? So before I hand it over to Lewis, I'd like to, I saw this very Not a very, of course, great. Kathy is from Mexico. So this is a movie based on Mexico, The Burning Plane, but it's not very famous, although it's good. And it's very simple. It's a very unique story. It's not very popular, the movie as such. And there's a girl that commits a murder at the age of 16 by mistake. She commits a murder. She doesn't intend it. She commits a murder at the age of 16. The burning plane, and that small fire you see behind on the left corner is the accidental fire which she puts and murders a couple of people. But she spends the next 12 years running away. Now here's the best part, and I somehow caught it, although the director I don't think meant this particular what I'm going to say. We see this particular girl who's on the top left corner. She's keeping on running from place to place. She's just running, and we wonder whom she's running from. So she seems to be running, and towards the end I realized that she's actually running away from herself. Okay, very interesting. If you have the chance, it's there on Netflix. You must have a catch at it. She was really running away from herself. So there are times when you're running away from your own goals. Is a question that we need to ask ourselves: are there any subconscious habits that we have which are blocking me, and can identifying those move me to a better and a much stronger tomorrow? So on that note, I'm actually going to hand it over to Lewis, who's going to take it over. I'm just going to unmute her. Yes. Lewis? Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, and you did such a great job. Some of it, this first slide, we can go through and kind of, we have very similar starts, because when I went through the recession, guys, and had depression and anxiety, and I felt really, really alone. This was before I had a family. My mentors that came around me in that time were so pivotal in just saying those first 5 minutes every day, Lois, like the first 5 minutes, don't reach for your phone, don't log onto your computer, and just really check in mentally. And what I always love to start with is just gratitude. And thoughts are things. You can actually go to the next, there's a book, if you haven't read it, check it out. It's Thoughts, it's Louise Hayes, You Can Heal Your Life. And in there it talks about thoughts are things and things can be changed. And really what Deepak kicked off with covered that really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. The next thing in your morning and in your mindset and your day is writing or speaking your vision. So that was perfect that Deepak wanted us to talk about our vision for 2021. And I'm here to tell you guys, as cheesy or hokey, or you're like rolling your eyes like, oh, okay, I've heard this before, but it keeps coming back, guys, because it works. 4 years ago, my husband and I set a goal on our vision board, but also every day I spoke my vision. And I actually recorded it on my phone. And I love doing that. You have voice memo recorders on your phone. It's a phenomenal thing to do, because there's gonna come a day where you wake up, and I'm not gonna lie, today was one of those days for me, just being totally transparent. And instead of me speaking or writing it, I listened to myself talk about my vision. And it's really cool, because I had that vision to move to live in Southern California again with my husband, and I would say it every day for 3 years, and it seemed impossible, guys. It seemed really, really impossible, especially when I said things like I wanted to have space and a backyard and not be on top of my neighbors, which some of you guys in India, you might relate to that. But anyway, I wanted space. I didn't want to have to be right next door to someone, which is, pretty uncommon here, especially because of the costs, right? So people thought we were crazy, but guess what? 1 year ago, today actually, I drove into California with my daughter and started school the next day. And I had a dream to start a podcast, and again, I had fear, anxiety, but because it was on my vision board for 2020, amidst everything else going on in my life, I launched a podcast. And now my vision for 2021 is to make 6 figures through that podcast and help, 25 other people, do the same in the next 12 months. And I am crystal clear that that's going to happen. However, if I don't listen to it, if I don't speak it, or I don't write it first thing in the morning, guess what? My faith can start to waver. My belief can start to go down. So the S and the M and the A and the R and the T, really quickly, I'm sure most of you guys have heard this. It's not anything new. S, you want to have a very specific goal. Like I said, I am living in California on or before, a certain date. And it was actually September 2019. So it was very specific. It was measurable in the case of, how many months, how many weeks. Was it attainable? It was kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But the R is actually the risky part. So the A is the attainable, the R, there's some kind of risk factor, like you're getting outside of your comfort zone. And I hope you guys are taking notes on this. Again, S is specific, M is measurable, A is it attainable, R is it risky, is it stretching you? Once your mind expands, once you stretch that comfort zone, guess what? It can't go back. It's growing with you and working for you, and so much more can be accomplished as a result. And then of course the T is the deadline, the timeline. And do you put that in your vision? Do you write it every day, speak it every day? I would highly encourage you, if you get nothing from anything else I share with you, do that. That's what helped me really climb as the phoenix out of the ash. All right, so do you find that you need help in setting SMART goals? Do you feel like you are having all that you want and attaining everything, and you feel like you have a roadmap? SMART goals are a roadmap. Now this next one I learned when I was actually young, in my 20s, in real estate. But I bring it back today. Even now, we're not maybe meeting with people in person. Are you listening? Or are you slapping things on Facebook and LinkedIn and say, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me, throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks? Listen. You can be on Facebook, set a timeline. Don't sit on there all day. You can be on LinkedIn and listen and observe what's going on out there, and who can you help. And then you want to form the relationship. I coach people how to get offline, because guess what? Facebook and LinkedIn, they are not CRMs. They're not your database. You got to get people offline. I know Todd has had this happen. Other people, my mentor actually had his Facebook account shut down. He lost all of his relationships, right? But no, he had a database. He had a CRM, a list, an email list, so he had everybody's contact information. And it was painful to start all over with a Facebook page, but because he had the CRM database list and he had formed those relationships, he was able to continue without almost missing a beat in his business. So what is FORM? It's an acronym. So when you're talking to someone on Zoom, or you're talking even in chat on Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn, this is the acronym you always want to have in the forefront of your mind or in your back pocket. Instead of going straight for the sale, ask first, of course, how are you? It's nice to meet you. F is, how is your family? And again, write this down. How is your family? O is occupation. How is work going for you? These are two huge things that are very front and center for people's lives right now. I had my brother died in February, and I had someone on Facebook had the audacity of doing a sales pitch. She was a financial advisor, doing a sales pitch to me without even asking me, how are you? And my brother had just died. Do you think I wanted to have that conversation? No, if he would have said, how are you? I would have been open and shared, and we could have had a really cool connection. But I just said, no, I'm going to unfriend you. And that's how you can transform your business, by just checking in. How's your family? Is someone sick? Someone dying? Put their needs first and listen. Oh, how's work? Maybe they just lost their job. Maybe their sales are down. Maybe they need your product or service, but again, ask more questions and listen. R is recreation. Are they getting outside with the kids? Are they, you know, going surfing? Are the beaches open? Or is the gym open? Are they doing online workouts? Can you give them some kind of hope and referral or encouragement? I've helped a lot of people get in touch with my virtual personal training community, with Bhakti and the meditation community right now, because so many people can't live and move and breathe the way they normally would, you know, pre-COVID. And then M, what is their mission in life? What is their message? What makes their heart sing? And how can you be in their universe, or how can you invite them into your universe, which in my world, I coach on database management and fortunes and the follow-up management. And you got to have a CRM to take notes on everything that matters to them, because they don't really care how much you know until you really show them how much you care. And remembering things like their daughter's name or their favorite hobby, or, you know, if someone passed, and asking them next time, you know, the next time that you talk to them in the relationship, you ask them something about themselves that you have in your notes inside your CRM. And again, they'll be like, wow, Deepak really listened to me. Keep on going. So again, set a goal. How many connections a day are you going to make online and get them offline? The next slide here, and I think, is this about, are we about done with my stuff? I just want to make sure I'm watching my time, Deepak. So learning an online skill is really, really critical. This is, again, guys, we're giving you the fire hose. We're giving you little bits of what we give the paid members every month. So hopefully you guys aren't overwhelmed right now. But learning an online skill, that's what I had to do in 2007. I started doing teleseminars and telecoaching over the phone, because this was, again, pre-Zoom, and Skype was okay, but it wasn't as ideal because I wasn't, again, used to that. So finding a way to build an audience, like I started a podcast. Deepak has launched an ebook. Next slide. So being able to have that online skill, just to finish that last note, is to be able to convey to the world an attraction marketing tool. I know that I can make 6 figures or more through my podcast this next year, because it's trending, it's here, it's now. Do you like to blog? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to create a YouTube channel? So set a goal and just pick one thing. Like I just picked the podcast, and then I can continue to grow that before I add on another thing. The next thing, actually go up to one more slide. There we go. This is my last component of my coaching, and what I'm really passionate about is, oh, sorry, the time one. Go down to the time one. There we go. Since I am anal about time, you also want to be wise with the time that you have. We never know what tomorrow will bring, right? My brother died at 49. You may have lost family members this year. People have lost family members to COVID. You just never know when you may take your last breath. And yet we're all given the same 24 hours in a day. We don't know the last day that will be on this earth, right? But how you spend your time every day, because you can't get it back. This last 24 hours, you know, no matter what, don't judge it. Don't say, man, I wasted a lot of time. That's not what this is about. Was it effective? Were you efficient? Did you make a sale? Did you make contacts? Did you add them into your CRM? Did you work on building your online audience? Did you start your day with writing out your vision? All of that stuff I coach people on. You really want to be a master of your time and your energy. So reading the book, The 12-Week Year, now you can go to that slide, really, really helped me. In fact, this is a kind of a fun thing, and I'll post the link in the comments. I'm interviewing Brian. He's the co-author of The 12-Week Year. It's a New York Times bestseller. He's my mentor. I got a certification through him and his company. And he actually based this book on science. And having been an athlete, knowing the importance of training and really making sure every part of your training or your daily schedule is bringing you back an ROI, return on investment, in your most non-renewable asset, which is your time. So we want to help you duplicate your time. We want to help you structure your time. And if you want to tune into that interview next Tuesday, again, I'll drop some information. So Will guiding hand on you on your time management, help you with your goals right now. A lot of people are struggling with how to manage their time from home, right? Especially if you have kids. Part of our paid membership course that we're going to talk about at the end here is all about living your best life and your highest and best. We also are a virtual global community. If you haven't noticed, we have people from Africa, India, US, and Mexico today. We've had people from Europe on here. So we're really actually starting it early in the US, ending late in India, so we can really capture all of the time zones. I have business in India, Europe, working on Africa, Ted, so maybe you can help me, because of this community. Would that help you? Next slide. And of course, Deepak and I have a boatload of experience, having gone through a lot in both of our own unique ways, coming together, linking arms, saying, we want to guide you again to your highest and best potential during this recession. And I've heard people say it could go till 2024, guys. So when I lived through 2007, 2008, 2009, it did take me about 4 years to recover. And I wish I would have had a group like this, because gosh, I don't know where I'd be right now. Next slide. Here's some quick testimonials of our members. Mary's on vacation right now, but she had a huge transformation the first month of the year. She started in our program and actually had her biggest month in sales and recruiting in all 4 years she'd been with that company. Next slide. Kathy, she's in Minneapolis and she's got a sales team, and we coached her before COVID as well. And she's rocking so well. She's not here today on the call, but she was able to duplicate my training down deep in depth into her team, and they were thriving when COVID hit, and they've never looked back. Of course, Bhakti, he's awesome, my meditation teacher, and he's, not to, say anything negative, but a lot of communities and sales training and even meditation communities, they don't teach you how to build a business. That's what we've helped Bhakti do, is build his business much bigger, much faster, so he can help people have that amazing meditation experience. And now he's global. He's got all amazing, awesome things going on with his courses. So closing it out here, why would you guys want to be considering a membership with us? This is a free event today. We're talking about the future and growing this to 100 members by 2021. So again, we're practicing what we preach here. We have a vision. So we want to help people with increased income and productivity. We want to help improve your relationships and keep them positive and be surrounding you with a global connection. Next slide. So we have an irresistible offer. I know my mentors have they slashed their prices, so we slashed ours to make sure that this is attainable and reachable. If you found today inviting and inspiring, this is just a taste of what our second and fourth online sessions every month. You get one free coaching session from me and Deepak. You get unlimited email support. There's a Facebook group, a private WhatsApp group. I know some of you are in the Entrepreneurs International group, but the private WhatsApp is another paid group. We also are going to have guest speakers bonus. You get highlighted on different events. We didn't highlight anyone today for sake of time, but you will be highlighted as a member. And then of course you have unlisted YouTube recordings. So we've recorded every single paid session. Once you sign up, you'll get access to countless hours and hours and hours and hours of training, so you won't be behind. Next slide. Next slide. So we'd like to offer you this gift today. We are going to be raising our prices in September. So this is your last shot, actually, because next week is a paid call. Next week, Thursday. We meet every Thursday, same time, different channel, but you can be a part of this awesomeness and transform your business, transform your life for $50 a month. I know we're talking about doubling our price, so just know that $50, what is that action worth to you? What is your goals and dreams worth to you? We also have a lifetime member that's going to go away at the end of the month. This is $397 up front for life, and you can bring in a business partner. As long as we approve them, you basically get a twofer. We call that a 2 for the price of 1. So this is the price in rupees. If you're in a different country, we can do the conversion for you. So let's see here. This is our contact information, and you can reach out to Deepak or myself, whatever is best for you. But we'd like to open it up. We have very little time here, and I can actually stay on a little bit longer today if you guys would like to ask any questions right now. And I'm going to share my Facebook group that I have for my podcast if you guys want to join and be a part of my Facebook community. Any questions anybody has?
Yes, Julian.
So is the lifetime membership, does that include the $50 a month, or is that also on top of the $50 a month?
It's one time. It's one time. So you pay $397 and then you're in this group forever. Then there's no additional fees. I know it's a crazy thing.
No,
but,
it's that to me is a benefit like you can't believe, because $50 a month times 12. So I'm down, Lois. I'm in.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Sweet. So yeah, put Thursdays on your calendar then.
I am right now. Here's my calendar, and it's packed.
Forever.
Thank you so much, Lois, because before this, I mean, I'm on a phone. I'm in Evergreen, Colorado. My laptop wasn't working, and I would have never been able to do this last March. So your training keeping me going has been awesome. So you're inspirational, you're loving, you're kind. And Deepak, I'm just down with the first name,
Why do you think I partnered with him? I'm like, everyone's going to think I'm working with Deepak Chopra.
I have worked with Deepak Chopra and his daughter. And I was like, okay, Lois, if you're coming in with Deepak, I'm on it, baby.
So we have members from India who are part of the Premium Network. In fact, 2 of them have joined us today, Sailesh and Shiva. You want to add something, Sailesh? How's been experience in the last 2-3 months? Or, Shiva in the last month or so?
Yeah, I had really a wonderful experience, and I have to say thanks for Deepak Verma sir and Louis Kofi, and both of them have good, wonderful cooperation with us. And really, when I met new people, and I had a great enthusiasm, I got some like-minded person, and I feel that really young and energetic people ideas are very impressive. I feel very happy to connect people like all of you, and really makes people to extend our network, who want to introduce new businesses or who want to make them join, who want to connect the people, and really a wonderful platform. It is not easy to connect different country people, different state people such and easily, unless we have to spend the time and money. But here, the money is limited, but time is unlimited to connect them, everybody.
Awesome. I mean, thank you so much, Shiva. This is really great. In fact, Louis, you missed out a country. We have even a person from Nepal here. Tanka Bhattarai.
Oh, so sorry.
So, that's, thank you so much, Tanka, for joining in. And anybody else has a couple of questions? I know we're almost up the hour, maybe 1 or 2 minutes more.
Deepak, can I throw in? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. Neha from India here. And thank you so much for connecting me with Linda. We had a long call over WhatsApp yesterday, I guess. We are in discussion, and you mentioned today you would like to connect with someone from South Africa. Is that correct, what I heard?
Yes, yeah, pretty much any English-speaking person in Africa, anywhere, but I love South Africa.
So, all right, fantastic. So please allow me, I will connect you with a few relevant people in South Africa where you can strike partnership as well. Plus, I'm fond of Deepak for a lot of reasons, the fantastic programs that he gives. And being a good friend as well, and now I'm equally fond of you as well. So maybe we can you guys can extend your program in that country as well. So I will definitely, and within this week itself, just give me a day or 2. I'll positively introduce you over WhatsApp or an email.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
My
it.
pleasure.
Yeah,
My pleasure.
Deepak, can I throw in a bonus gift if anyone signs up today?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm really excited, but wait, there's more, and you guys can jump off whenever you need to, but I'm doing a 2 to 3 hour course on how to build your email list from 100 to 1,000 plus. If you don't have an email list, it's going to change your life. If you do have an email list, we can still increase that number, and that's really, you know, how I was able to produce about $35,000 worth of profit and all sorts of goodness from one of my coaches and mentors who's helped me really see the power in email marketing and getting people off Facebook, off LinkedIn, and into your own community, your own network. So that course I'll throw in for free. It's going to be September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, or 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I'll email anybody who signs up today. You get to get that for free.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we were just about to pull out the lifetime thing. Julian, you're really lucky. You may not see it next time, for sure.
Oh, she won't. No one will. The lifetime thing's going away, baby.
I'm like the plague. I don't go away.
We already have 5 or 6 members in lifetime. So now I think. Thank you, Sanka, for your comment. Thank you, for joining in. And anybody else?
Any other questions about anything we talked about too, and any needs for?
Thanks, Veera, for joining in.
And I did post my information inside of in the chat for my Facebook community, and then I'm going to post my LinkedIn profile too if anyone would like to connect there. Thanks, guys. And we have a closing motivational quote too, Deepak. Do you want to share that last slide if you still have the slides up?
Absolutely, I do have it. Yes, go for it, Louis.
All right, I love Eleanor Roosevelt, and I alluded to this earlier. You got to expand. You've got to be in it to win it, and do one thing every day that scares you, and be really, really crystal clear that knowing that when you do that, your life can change. And it's like the butterfly effect, the ripple effect. Your light will shine, and other people will be inspired to do more, be more, and have more success in their life. So thank you guys again for being here today. And we'll see you, anybody paid members, we'll see you next week, Thursday, on the paid session.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye.
See you guys.
Thank you everyone.
Thanks everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks, Lois. Thanks, Deepak.
Lois, I'll call you and get signed up.
Okay,
Thank you, everybody. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Blessings. Bye everyone.
See you next week.
See you. See you.
Cheers, bye.